friends, welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you are new. So today's or this week's goal is to tackle things on my to-do list, because needless to say, this first trimester of being pregnant is killing me. The exhaustion is insane. So I will get up and clean and get a good amount of stuff done, but by the time I get to doing my fridge or my pantry or washing the rugs, stuff like that, I'm just exhausted and I don't want to do it. So normally I would clean the kitchen and then work on the fridge and the pantry in a clean space, but that just has not been working for me at all, because by the time I'm done cleaning the kitchen, I don't want to touch those areas. So we are going to focus on tackling our to-do list, getting a bunch of deep cleaning done, a lot of just things that I've been putting off just because I'm too tired. So not normally in the order that I would do it, but it needs to get done. And like my fridge, I really want to get some cool organizers for it and everything like that. But I need to get it clean and plan that out first. So I'm gonna start on the fridge. I would like to do the pantry and I'd like to do the freezer. We'll see how far I get before I just want to take a nap though. Okay, starting in the fridge. It's not horrible. Biggest thing is just organizing. I got a lot of things that need to be tossed. It's like fruits and vegetables. That's where I want to get some nice organizers for it. I really want the kids to be more drawn to grabbing these, and I feel like when they're organized, they look better. And I've never bought organizers for this house, but nothing's too bad. Oh, fridge is yelling at me. Meat drawer. This is usually a lot more full of cheese. But yeah, I'm going to go through that. The doors are typical. Condiments, stuff like that. And then over here is where we keep our milk and butter, and not too bad. Biggest thing is this. This needs to get completely everything taken out, get rid of leftovers that need to be tossed, and organize everything else in here. That way I can make a game plan for getting some nice organization pieces for this. Alright, so one thing I mentioned, not buying organizers for this house. I meant organizers for this fridge in this house. I have been trying to do much better with things we keep in the house. I always keep a lot of fruits and vegetables for the most part in the house, but trying to keep it more readily available, especially with being pregnant. I did fail my GD test again, which I was not surprised. This is my 4th baby. All the kids, I've had gestational diabetes. Oh, this is the thieves cleaner that I use. Everyone always asks, so I actually remembered in this video to show you guys. But with all my kids, I've had gestational diabetes. So if you hear me say GD, that's what I'm talking about. So I am working on being smarter with what I eat. Luckily, I already eat fairly low carb, low sugar, and everything because of my seizure disorder. But I obviously do still have my treats here and there, and not something I want to do while pregnant too much. Especially, I know the further along in the pregnancy I get, the worse GD can get because hormones going up, and there's a bunch of stuff that goes with it. However, I did just learn that gestational diabetes is determined by the father, not the mother. Did you guys know that? I did not know that. But I guess because a lot of the DNA to make the placenta, which is a big cause of GD, comes from the father. So I have been blaming all of this on Bobby because that's just the right thing to do, right? My kids absolutely love hard-boiled eggs, so I was just quickly hard-boiling the ones that I had because I needed to do that anyway, and before putting it back in the fridge, I might as well get that done. The kids often will come home from school and have a couple hard-boiled eggs right after school, so it's just a quick and easy snack. I love convenient snacks for the kids. Obviously, I have some stuff that's not healthy that the kids grab for out of the freezer. You'll see that in a little bit. Like, I am all about balance. Like, I have the fruits and the vegetables and cheese and eggs and things like that that the kids can grab. But realistically, I do also have some pizza rolls and corn dogs and stuff like that as well. It's all about balance. I don't want my kids to ever feel pushed into something. I want to teach them healthy habits with balance.
I was kidding myself. Now I know you don't love me, even though you said that you'd never leave me. Oh, but I know now I shouldn't trust a word that comes out of your mouth. I was kidding myself. Why did you have to?
So I'm curious how often you clean out your fridge. I'm actually pretty good. My fridge is one of the few areas I'm actually pretty good at, where I clean it out about once a week, pretty much right before any major shopping, because that way when stuff comes in I can easily put it away and don't have all the random stuff in there. Now I don't do like this where I pull absolutely everything out and wash down the drawers and stuff. More of like a weekly just touch up, so it never gets too crazy. It's the freezer and the pantry that are my downfalls. I know you're supposed to do your pantry a lot more often than I do it. My freezer, I do every couple of months because I don't know what it is about the freezer. If you don't think about it as much or what it is, but I don't get to it nearly as often. But I did want to go in and quickly clean off all of these grapes and just put them in a container. These are one of my favorite snacks right now, and Freya absolutely loves them, so I like taking them off. That way I can just put them on the counter. I can grab at them and munch them. Freya can grab at them and munch them, and it just makes life so much easier. Alright, so here's the after of the fridge. It feels very empty now that all the leftovers are out of here, but I just have meats and cheese and my one lonely yogurt down here. Some kiwi and cuties, tomatoes, onion, cabbage. I'm making cabbage rolls one of these nights. Grapes, mixed veggies for salads, strawberries, blueberries, the two lonely chocolate pudding packs, mandarin oranges, and then mixed fruit. The kids love these, and they're easy to pack when we're going places. And then up here, just random stuff Smart Balance. We actually don't normally buy this, but it was a substitute, so we've been eating it because I don't like anything going to waste. Some other things, pickles, of course, and then eggs up top. I will put the hard-boiled eggs, but they're still cooking, so they'll go up there also. The fridge feels very empty, though. I'm not going to worry about the sides. Like I said before, they're pretty much just condiments and everything, and I've recently gone through them. And then obviously this side isn't too crazy either, but I do want to organize out the freezer. It's got just a bunch of stuff thrown everywhere. So I'd like to organize it out for more of what is easy for the kids to grab for snacks after school. Like, these are things that they really enjoy grabbing, but everything's mixed together. So I don't know what meat I have in here, what vegetables, because stuff is just everywhere.
I'm gonna tell you right now, 'cause she's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without.
See, I told you, when it comes to my freezer, totally different situation. I have a bunch of easy, quick meals and snacks for the kids in here. Chicken nuggets and pizza and all the things, because sometimes convenience wins over anything. But I'm just trying to go through and take everything out. We just did a salt replacement in our water softener, so I knew I wanted to dump all the ice out and let it refresh the ice, which I figured was the perfect time to do a deep clean on my garbage disposal. If you've never seen me do that, I'm going to do that here in a second. I will say it was not as bad as I've had it in the past, but it's not that old, and I've been keeping better tabs on it, just because when I first moved into my old house, I didn't know this little trick about cleaning your garbage disposal. So the first time I did it, it was so gross. But we had probably been in the house for 2+ years, where this time this garbage disposal is only a couple months old because our kitchen hasn't been in for that long, and we bought a brand new one. So it's pretty easy to do. All I do is, like I said, I dumped all the ice in here, which is more ice than I need to do this, but I was taking advantage of it and just putting in. So I shove as much as I can down the garbage disposal, and then I put on a slow, steady stream of cold water to the side and turn the garbage disposal on. Now what it's going to do is it's going to start backing up on you. That is what you want. Just let it keep going. Keep pushing in the ice as you can. And depending on how dirty your system is, you may have some very, very disturbingly brown water that backs up with it. So that is normal. Obviously, you can always check with your instructions if this is okay or not. I learned this little over a year ago, and I think it's a great way to keep it clean, but I have heard some people say it wasn't good for their garbage disposal. I would assume by the type of power yours has or the age of it. There's a lot of factors that could play into it. I always say, like, don't take me ever completely at my word. Do your own research, because what I have may not be exactly what you have. But we're just quickly organizing the freezer. You're going to see I move stuff around a couple times to ways that I think I want it, and then it ends up changing. I did do all my meats and stuff over here on the left. I also have some of my meat out in our outside freezer, but everything else is mainly kid stuff. Easy, snacky things to grab and go, other than the vegetables. So this fridge and freezer is pretty much the only thing I got done on this day that was on my list. I prefaced on my list because let's be realistic, as a mom, I have a bajillion things to do every single day. But when it came to like specific projects I wanted done, these were the two things I got done, which at first I was really bummed out about. But I reminded myself that I said this week I wanted to tackle my list. I didn't have to do it all today, and I was going to listen to my body, and when I needed to take a break, I took a break, and taking a break turned into a nap that turned into me not doing anything else when it came to this kitchen. But you're going to see I get a lot more done the next day, and actually way more than I was expecting to get done because I'm usually so tired I can't get that much done. But I have been noticing my energy going up more and more, which has me so excited. I had someone ask the other day, she was lucky enough to not deal with pretty much any symptoms for her first trimester, which is amazing, by the way. Totally jealous. But why the first trimester can be so exhausting to some. So if you're curious yourself, for the first thing is if you deal with morning sickness, that can just be draining all on its own. But also, your baby is not only the thing growing in the first trimester, you are also growing the placenta. So the first trimester is the most exhausting because your body's doing pretty much all the work. And it's not till your second trimester that the placenta takes over with a lot of the nutrition and things like that for babies. So that is why the first trimester can be cripplingly exhausting for most women. Also, if you hear rain or motorcycles in the background during this voiceover, is because I'm currently sitting outside. It is about 9:15 at night, but it is beautiful outside, and Bobby currently has our just like blow up hot tub set to 99, so it is safe for me to sit out here and soak without cooking baby. And I am sitting outside and enjoying the hot tub while doing this voiceover with you guys. But it is also bike week, so lots and lots of motorcycles, plus it keeps raining off and on. So yeah, if you are curious if there is noise in the background, that is what you are hearing. So it's the next day. I did get more done yesterday, but when it came to the kitchen, the fridge is what I did. But today, I want to do some maintenance cleaning. So the stove needs to be cleaned. The dishwasher needs to be cleaned. The pantry needs to be organized. That's just kind of a hot mess. But I wanted to show you guys a couple things because what I did do yesterday is Mom and I went and got some eggs, and not just regular eggs. Here, if you follow me on Instagram, you know what these are. But if you do not, I went and got 2 dozen quail eggs, and I'm gonna be hatching these out and raising them. I'm so excited. They're all in there, cozy. Okay, I gotta show you this one. That is my favorite egg. I think it is absolutely beautiful, but obviously they'll all come out different. The eggs don't change what they look like. But yeah, so I have to get back into the kitchen it's just like getting it all a good, fresh restart. So I'm gonna be working on the kitchen today. Like I said, it's about doing those big projects in pieces. Obviously, I still have to like make dinner, take the kids to and from school, make lunch, clean like daily messes of Freya's, well, you can see, coloring stuff out. Like there's always stuff to be cleaned, but when it comes to these deep projects, I'm just taking it a little bit easier. But yeah, that's my little new adventure. They'll have a couple weeks in that thing till they hatch, but I'm so excited.
Caught up in the moment, wanna spend every second with you, yeah. All I do is thinking about you. Stuck in the middle, what can I do? Yeah, I just wanna be right next to you. Right in the middle, right in between. Ooh, it is up to you.
So before I got into cleaning this day, I wanted to set up a quick crock pot meal because I knew I'd be doing a lot of cleaning. And when I do a lot of cleaning in the kitchen, I do not like making a big messy dinner because I want to actually enjoy the house being clean. So slow cooker meals it is. On this night, we are just doing some shredded pork barbecue sandwiches, which the kids love, Bobby and I love, and it is so easy. I set it up in the morning, let it run on low for at least 8 hours, but some nights it's even longer, and it always turns out amazing. I just put some red onion in here, some salt, pepper, garlic to your heart's desire. I know I use a ton of garlic. In this recipe, I think I used 2 heaping tablespoons, but I love my garlic. And then I just used a package of onion soup mix, and then a little bit of chicken broth. And like I said, I just let that simmer all day. Made it super, super simple. And like I said, then I just have one little thing to clean up at the end of the night, and it's not my stove or my oven or anything else that I just had freshly cleaned. Talking about my stove, I'm going in here. I did run a self-cleaning on it the day before, knowing I wanted to clean it out. So I'm going to first go in and vacuum up everything that the self-cleaner got done. But then you always have to go in and scrub it some more after that. It never gets it completely perfect. I will say, though, I love cleaning this oven compared to our old one. Our old one had the coils on the bottom and stuff, and they were not easy to get around and really scrub. So this one is like super, super simple. You can take the door off and stuff, but it always depends on how deep of a cleaning I'm doing. I only take the door off if I'm trying to get in between the glass. On this day, I wasn't trying to get in between the glass. So I'm just taking my Scrub Daddy and Power Paste. Love Power Paste. I love the pink stuff. Those are all products that I highly recommend. Power Paste I seem to use more often purely because it's super easy to get at my local Walmart. So there's times it's just about convenience of what you see me use more than saying I like it or not. Obviously I like it, but this compared to the pink stuff, I like them both equally. Power Paste is easier for me to get my hands on, though, if that makes sense. So on Sunday, I did a live. I don't know if you guys were able to make it. It was kind of a last minute thing. I put up a poll on Saturday asking if people would like to see it, and then decided to go live on Sunday. I am going to be doing these more often, mainly because I can't always get to everyone's comments. I do try, and you guys have noticed that if I don't respond to your comments, like in the comments, often I try to respond if I see a lot of the same questions here in my videos, but things still get missed. There's also where YouTube will put comments up for review, And I'll be honest, I never check those comments. So if you didn't get a response from me, it may be because your comment went under review. But most nasty people's comments go under review. Not saying that you're nasty, but a lot of the comments where people are nasty, that's where they go. So I don't even check those comments because I don't feel like having a bad mood that day. So if for some reason the AI put yours under review, even though it wasn't meant to be, I won't see it and things like that. So for that reason, I decided I wanted to do more lives. I have not decided if this is going to be weekly, bi-weekly, or like the first Sunday of every month. Let me know in the comments what you guys would like. I'm just kind of going to play it by ear. It's something that I've been contemplating doing for a while. I sometimes do them over on Instagram, but a lot of you guys aren't over on Instagram, which I totally get. Like, it's hard to keep track of all these different social medias. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, go check that video out, and I will be doing more of them. Alright, so dishwasher's unloaded. Had to do that first. But what I want to do is get in here and do my normal maintenance where I take this apart. It shouldn't be that bad because I try and keep up with it, but you just never know. This catches all that food stuff. Ugh. There we go. Oh yeah. Appetizing. So we're going to clean out the filter really good and run a cleaning cycle through the rest of this. That way my dishes stay clean. A picture of you. You're standing by that window playing your guitar, and if I close my eyes I can almost hear your song. If you have never cleaned the filter in your dishwasher, I highly recommend looking into it. However, every dishwasher is different. I know my sister's dishwasher is like a nightmare to clean the filter, which I think is ridiculous because like it's so important to keep it clean to have a good running dishwasher. So if you are trying to figure out where your filter is, just look it up here on YouTube. That is how I have figured out any of the dishwashers that I have, exactly where the filters are and how to clean them. And a lot of times you'll find that like even your washing machine and stuff like that have filters you didn't even know about. So take a look into that if you've never cleaned your filter. Definitely do it. If you enjoy a satisfying before and after, cleaning your filter, if you've never cleaned it before, will definitely do that for you. Alright, on to the pantry. This is what it currently looks like. So, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not clean and organized. I'll be honest, I'm not tired, but I just don't want to do this. But we're going to do it. I bought some new organizers for down here that'll come later this week that I think will help with this situation. But, I'm going to do it. Like I said, I'm not tired, but I just don't want to. And I'm probably going to start and be like, okay, that wasn't that bad. So, also, yes, still bed and mattress in there. My uncle's house isn't done yet, so until that's gone, I'm not even starting on the nursery. Today, pantry. Alright, first things first, this thing is well overdue to be cleaned. Don't judge me. I know, it's bad. So, yeah, we're gonna start on this. First, water, or vinegar, or water with lemon juice, literally, whatever. Just need to put some water in a glass and put it in your microwave. Let it go, let's say 5 minutes, and then let it steam for a little bit, and then everything should wipe out fairly easily.
Stay in my bed just to know that you are mine. I am floating on it, and I wanna let this show. But I know how this goes. It's supposed to feel incredible. We had changed, but not that much. Guess some memories are catching up. You're my soul, my heart, my beautiful. You're my first, my last.
So I have to say I was very shocked at how well this pantry turned out, because other than taking a couple of those dishes that were on top out and putting them into the dining room cabinets, I didn't remove anything out of this pantry. I got rid of some empty boxes and things like that, but there wasn't anything expired. So most of this was just reorganizing. Like, sometimes you don't have to get rid of a million things. It's just reorganizing it and getting it back in order makes the biggest difference.
But not that much. I guess some memories are catching up.
So pantry is much better. It's not 100% because I have stuff coming for down here, which will be better with the snacks and the bread and potatoes and things like that. But we have nuts and snacky stuff here, boxed goods here, everything that's in a box, just the microwave here, which I still have to clean. The canned goods and stuff in back of the cereal, because the cereal is easy to pull out and see what's back there. And then those are like regular things that I grab for chicken broth, breadcrumbs, peanut butter I keep up high because it's something I'm craving right now with being pregnant, but Bjorn's allergic to peanuts, so I keep it high. But that's what that's looking like. I have to go get the boys from school, so the chat is going to have to wait. But I wanted to show you real quick, because let's be honest, I'm gonna leave and get the kids from school, and it might not look this pretty by the time I get home because Freya or whatever happens.
I'm trying to figure out where all of the pieces are going to fit, but I stumble in the dark when I am not with you. Baby, I'm going crazy. I wanna be somebody for you that makes your heart run wild. I wanna turn you on, 'cause lately I've been feeling like there's somebody you'd rather hide from. Don't wanna lose.
This microwave was definitely the thing I was most embarrassed about showing because it is bad. But this microwave is a microwave, it's a toaster oven, it's an air fryer. It is all the things. Luckily though, steaming it got rid of most of it, and then going in with the power paste once again got any of the built up grease on the inside all cleaned off. It really wasn't as hard as I was anticipating it to be, but I had definitely let it go way too long, especially since this is something we use daily between, like I said, microwave, toaster oven, air fryer. Like, it does everything and we use it regularly. But it pretty much looks brand new, which is good. It's only a couple months old, so it shouldn't look this beat up. What I need to get is one of those covers that you put into the microwave when you're cooking food. However, I don't think you want to use those when you're air frying. I feel like it would defeat the purpose of the air fryer or the toaster. And I think that's where most of the grease and stuff popping up is coming from, is when we use it as an air fryer.
I wanna be the one, don't wanna lose.
And as you can see, it is so much better, so much cleaner. Highly recommend when you clean your microwave to do the letting something steam in there for like 5 minutes, because it makes your life a million times easier. Now I'm just quickly tidying stuff up. The recycling had to go out. Luckily the boys were home, so I actually just gave it to Bjorn to run outside. That way I could keep cleaning. Great thing about having the boys around is they're so helpful, which is huge, especially right now. So I was able to give that to him and then just go around and do a final like tidying up on the kitchen before I was done, because after doing all that work you obviously want to like make sure everything around it is clean as well.
Never ever pretend that I'm more than that. It is hard, that I know, but I'm scared as hell. Can you please just comfort me? You know so well this is tough, but I know we can make this work. I'm in love and it feels so great.
So I figured I would show you the rest of tonight's dinner, especially since I did show you the slow cooker portion of it. Now I am just doing a quick cucumber salad. This is my absolute favorite way to eat cucumbers. It is so easy, so delicious, and in the summer, I know it's not summer yet, but I now live in Florida, so it feels like summer already for us, especially since this is our first year down here. I love how fresh and clean and everything this recipe is. So I just diced up a bunch of cucumbers. I don't keep them super thin, but I will say the thinner they are, the better, because they really absorb the dressing. Now this is what I'm putting in the dressing. If you want to stop, take a screenshot of all of this. But I just put it all into a bowl. I eyeball everything. So I did about a scoop, 2 scoops of sour cream. You can also use Greek yogurt if you have that on hand. I didn't have Greek yogurt. Once again, garlic to your heart's desire. I did about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and then everything else is really eyeballed. I know a lot of you probably hate that that's how I cook, because I can't give you exact recipes, but that's how I do everything, is very much eyeballing it. But I mix that all together. I also try and make this at least a couple hours beforehand. If you can make it the night before and let it sit in the fridge all night, it's even better. But at least give it a couple hours to sit in the fridge to really marinate those cucumbers, and it is absolutely amazing.
I'm in love and it feels so great that it hurts. Tell me, boy, could you ever feel the same? I love you, it's true, I could say it again. Though I never, ever
Alright, so before I end off this video, I wanted to quickly show you dinner all done. I'm doing mine on a multi-grain bun because I did fail my GD test, so trying to be good. I barely failed, but I know it gets worse the more I go through pregnancy. So this is mine. The kids and Bobby got regular buns. Kids also got cuties. But I just shredded up the meat, added some barbecue sauce, and best, like, this is one of my favorite ways to eat cucumbers. They are so good. I did recently see, though, a like kimchi spicy cucumber recipe that I'm going to be trying, but I love this. You can use sour cream or Greek yogurt, so whatever you have in the house. I didn't have Greek yogurt, I had sour cream, so there it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with a friend. But I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Good? Good food? Mm-hmm. Are you a reindeer princess today?
No.
No? You look like a reindeer princess.